I'm finally done with the train wreck that is Vampire Knight. Now I can finally move on to the train wreck that I've actually been wanting to experience. Domestic Girlfriend. Anyway, before I get any more off schedule, I want to tell you that I'm going to skip over a lot of details. If you want the full scope of things, I implore you to watch Domestic Girlfriend for yourself. It's stupid, it's dramatic, but god damn is it entertaining. And now, with that having been said, let's move on with the first episode. Ladies and gentlemen in the audience, allow me to tell you what the very first words in this anime are. Today, I lost my virginity.
What did he say?
And with those words, I'm already aggressively interested in this story. Finally, a story where I don't have to wait 2 seasons just for them to hold hands, or, dare I say, kiss. Nisakoi, I'm looking directly at you. Wasted my fucking Saturday, I swear. And if that's not already a spicy turn of events, here's a quick synopsis of the situation our boy Natsuo, our unfortunate protagonist, has found himself in. Natsuo is a regular teenager who finds himself between a rock and a hard place when his father remarries a woman that Natsuo has no idea about, and now the girl he popped his cherry with and the girl he has an overwhelming throbbing crush on become his new stepsisters. And if that's not bad enough, in that same episode, they all move into a new house as newly established family members. And if your first thought was how this sounds like a hentai plot, you're not entirely wrong, because it basically is. That's about as simple as I can make it. But if you think that's still not really all that juicy of a story, it gets so much worse. Allow me to introduce Hina, who at this point in the story is basically plot coochie. For those of you that paused to write an angry comment about how she made Natsuo a more mature character, even saying that is a stretch. I'm sorry, but you need to pick a better waifu. She's not that great. Believe me when I say this, that this teacher is the worst side protagonist. Let me explain. It is very well established in the first episode that Natsuo is in love with Hina. It's pretty fucking obvious. Well after this script you're listening to right now, and to this day, me and my friends do not know why Natsuo likes her. It's never explained, and it's never given a reason why he does. Fellas, do we know why Natsuo likes Hina?
No, I don't.
Bro.
No, the fuck I do not.
10 times fucking better. He's a waste of fucking space. Honestly, should have been fucking me instead of Natsuo, to be honest.
For all intents and purposes, Domestic Girlfriend is not a good anime. Nor is it a bad one either. To put into simple terms, it's the anime you put on whilst thinking you're going to see a TV-safe ecchi incest fantasy like all the scenes of Suguha in Season 2 of Sword Art Online.
Did I ever tell you I was in love with my brother?
Wow, it'd sure suck if I was your brother.
You're my brother?
I'm your brother?
Fuck!
Fuck!
I can't believe I fell in love with my brother.
But instead of titties and incest, you get titties and depression. And also incest. Now let me break down why Hina and Natsuo were the perfect shitstorm in an anime plot that left me feeling like this. When the anime starts, there's supposedly something bad going on with Hina. She's got this boyfriend, but she's clearly distraught over something. But thanks to the help of this absolutely gorgeous, beautiful man right here, it's revealed that Hina is involved with a married man. Now, I'm no relationship expert by any means, but I can say for certain that both Natsuo and Hina are built a different kind of stupid. Especially when it comes to confrontation. Because eventually Natsuo confronts Hina and asks her straight up, are you having an affair with a married man? And Hina, in just the most adult way possible. I say adult with the biggest quotations, by the way. You'll see why in a second. Hina, of course, being the adult, should have given a response that justifies her actions. But this is Hina we're talking about. The same girl who walks out of the shower naked when there are people in her house. It's obvious she's not the brightest, despite being a teacher in high school. The only thing she says in response is "so?", which causes Natsuo to pry and try and get involved in a matter that has nothing to do with him. Now, as tense as this situation is, that is nothing compared to a very impromptu kiss by Natsuo, which was quickly followed up by a slap to Natsuo's face by Hina.
Better scramble like an egg before you get folded like an omelet, nigga. Jaeger.
And for a very split second, I thought to myself, just maybe, she could be a tragic character caught in a bad relationship for which she's really scared she'll never be able to get out of, due to what seems like a very unhealthy, if not toxic, relationship. But then that's where I get lied to, because for no reason, Hina kisses Natsuo back, then pushes him onto the bed and rips his shirt open. But at the very climax of the situation, she not only blue balls us, the viewer, but Natsuo as well, leaning in close and saying to him, "You still have the eyes of a child." Now that was something I nor Natsuo was prepared for. This anime in particular is 12 episodes of the most gut-wrenching scenes in any anime I have seen so far in my life. It's synonymous to a 100-car pileup on the I-35, and you have a front row seat to the most horrific character decisions that culminate into a finale that will not only hurt you personally, but will leave you feeling hollow inside. Natsuo's decisions and the choices that Hina made in response to what Natsuo did is mind-numbing. As we said before, Hina is involved with another man. A married man, sure, but a man nonetheless. And it's established by Hina that this is a man whom she has feelings for. Everyone understand that? Great. Now let's watch Natsuo royally fuck this up. Natsuo, with the help of my future wife and Tote, are tailing Hina with the purpose of breaking her and her mystery man up. And after some time, they never actually manage to find him. Until they do. By accident. Natsuo then takes it into his own hands to make this situation as tense and standoffish as possible, with the first words out of his mouth being, "Please, break up with my sensei."
先生と別れてください。
夏夫くん。
あんた結婚してんでしょ。
In my honest opinion, I feel that Natsuo wouldn't be such a deplorable character if it wasn't for the fact that Rui and Natsuo were trying to break up Hina for two separate reasons. Rui is doing this for selfless, even noble reasons, because it's wrong to get involved with a married man. Natsuo's reasons for trying to break up Hina are entirely selfish, and you can see it plastered all over his actions and even his face throughout the first couple of episodes. Natsuo is trying to break up Hina because he doesn't like the idea of Hina with another man. He wants Hina to be single in the hopes that she'll in some way end up with him in some shape or form. And it's for those reasons alone that make his actions in the cafe so deplorable. Rui and Natsuo are acting standoffish and aggressive the entire time he's there in the cafe. And it reaches a boiling point when Rui throws a drink into the guy's face, and both her and Natsuo leave the scene. This scene, however, is important not only for Rui, but also Hina. Rui realizes that she can put her faith into Natsuo as someone she can rely on, and thanks to Hina's boyfriend, Hina becomes aware of Natsuo's feelings for her. Even though the two of you kissed 1 episode ago. What happened with that? Hina told Natsuo he still has the eyes of a child in that scene. Yet there's a glaring problem with that statement. You, Hina, don't have the mind of an adult, which everyone and their moms can see. So you really cannot pass judgment on someone else's maturity. Natsuo, despite his faults, is a more mature person than Hina. Someone 5 years his senior. But don't hold your breath. This jackass still manages to fuck things up in several ways almost directly in this episode and directly after this episode. Like single-handedly driving a wedge between two people, nearly sleeping with this girl Momo, a girl he just met, and flirting with his club president. And still trying to get together with Hina, a character who not only I nor my friends understand why Natsuo likes her. Listen, fuck Hina. Me and my homies hate Hina. Fellas, do we hate Hina?
Fuck that bitch, bro. Rui's so much fucking better, bro. She's absolute fucking bitch, bro. Honestly, I don't know why they added her into the fucking... I don't even know how she fucking got employed in the fucking first place.
The true MVPs of Domestic Girlfriend are the characters that at least have their heads screwed on somewhat tightly. The same cannot be said about Hina and Natsuo, who, after a heartfelt confession on Natsuo's behalf, causes Hina to react in just the most grown-up way possible I have seen in some time. By telling Natsuo that if they end up together and start dating, it's synonymous to a double suicide, as they walk out into the ocean. She tells Natsuo that if they get together, he needs to be ready to die together if they're found out by anyone. Then, with a heavy heart, she ultimately rejects Natsuo's feelings, because they're family. And nothing more. Episode 3. When you nearly fucked your now brother. Really begs to differ that statement, Hina. So imagine how I felt when Rui, my sweet, darling angel Rui of all people, suddenly starts to realize that she likes Natsuo. This fucking spit stain. This is the part where I might get a little more than upset, because Rui decides to make the worst possible decision and begin a secret relationship with Natsuo. And so with that, we can dive into the last 4 episodes of Domestic Nakanajo, aka Family Strokes the anime. And this is where everything goes right down the shitter. So, Natsuo agrees to have a secret relationship with Rui, despite his already existing feelings for Hina. But this is where I get hurt, because despite having someone as perfect as Rui, Natsuo still pints after this walking L of a girl named Hina.
あらほんとむちゃくちゃブーサイクな顔になってるわよあった。
もともとブーサイクです。
こんな子あるわね。
And in the most infuriating turn of events, Natsuo and Hina eventually do end up together. And I couldn't be more unhappy with that statement. Natsuo, you fool! How can you still love this girl when someone like Rui is just a much better choice in every way possible? Oh my god, does this guy just piss me off? It's because of him that I can't live happily ever after in my own life, because of these fucking fictitious characters in this anime that was designed to hurt me personally. Natsuo and Hina are now in an active relationship. She moved out because she saw Natsuo and Rui together. Now, anyone in that situation would think, hey, that's a bad thing. But Hina, being the L character that she is, just kept letting him over. She knows this is a bad thing, not only for her personal life, but her professional life too. And oh boy, does it just not bode well for Natsuo in the end. Natsuo is a man who got caught multiple times for getting involved with these girls. Him and Rui were caught by Hina. Hina and Natsuo were caught by Rui. And eventually, the school finds out about Hina and Natsuo. And then the school forced her to resign. She moves away, and Natsuo is left shattered, and Rui is the one who really suffered the most out of all of them. Everything and everyone in Domestic Girlfriend played a part. Everyone served a purpose into getting the viewer to this very moment. An ending to an anime where you're just left feeling unsatisfied. Rui said she's not going to lose to Hina, and Hina in a different part of fuck all Japan somewhere. It's mind-boggling how everything in this anime leads up to this, and it amounts to nothing. There's still so many questions I have. What happens with Hina? Do Rui and Natsuo actually end up together? Will I ever have a consistent upload schedule? I need these questions answered now! I can't stand it. Its entire story is left open-ended, and I can't find out what happens next unless... Oh no. Come on.
Yo.
Hey, there's something I gotta tell you, man.
Hey, this sounds the way you just said that. You good? Everything good?
I just finished Domestic Girlfriend.
What'd you think?
I'm not gonna lie, man. The ending, it kind of did something to me, man. I'm not feeling satisfied with it, man.
Oh shit.
And
Don't.
I'm gonna do something I'm gonna regret, man.
I think I'm getting what you're about to say. I'm letting you know from someone who said the stuff you're saying. What you're about to say, if you're saying what I think, say what you're about to say. Please let me be wrong.
I'm gonna read the manga.
No, don't do that.
I have to do it.
No. I'm telling you, just let me just tell you how it ends.
You don't have to tell me shit.
I'm trying to prevent pain. I'm trying to prevent depression. You're about to give yourself depression when it's so preventable.
If I'm going to see how this ends, I don't care what I have to do. I have to know.
And I did the same thing, and it gave me depression for about like 2-3 months. It was bad. You're about to eat the forbidden fruit right now. You heard the Bible story. You're about to eat the forbidden fruit right now, and I'll try to prevent you from doing it.
If that's what it's gonna be, I'm gonna take a fat bite then.
Oh my fucking god! You will still feel the same pain. I'm trying to. You will still feel the same pain. No. Don't get me wrong. It'll be entertaining. Until you get to the ending. The ending is so forced. It's so like.
Don't tell me anything. Let me read it.
Why would you do this to yourself? I'm trying to prevent pain. I'm doing this from the kindness of my heart. I'm trying to prevent pain.
I only have one thing to say to you.
Oh jeez. Go ahead. What is it?
The next time you see me, I will have finished Domestic Girlfriend's manga.
And I want to tell you this. When that depression hits you, you are on your own.
Then I'll see you on the other side.
You are on your own.